All right, everybody. Whoa, I got to press a different button here. The button that includes Mr. Mike Schubert instead of just a missing poster. Hi, everyone. Welcome to 20 to Midnight,
Psych!
the D&D stream where three heroes have to race against the clock in order to save the world.
My name is Beth, and I'm playing Helena Hailstorm, a human fighter from the Veldrin Empire in all her corporeal and non-corporeal forms. And tonight, as ever, I am in London town.
And I am Emma Sherr-Ziarko. I play Cal, a.k.a. Calistoga Vance, a tiefling sorcerer from Bas Saranath, and I am coming to you, as ever, from Santa Fe, New Mexico, the land of enchantment. I mixed it up this time.
And my name is Mike Schubert. I am playing Satus and Kurtum, a human bard from Kilmoltron, and I'm coming to you now, as ever, this afternoon from New York City, the Big Easy. The Windy City.
Big sleazy.
The City of Lights.
My name is Gabriel Urbina. I'm also in that den of iniquity and bad choices, New York City. I am your dungeon master. And I'm going to blitz us through a recap of the previous episode so that we can start playing, just because we only have Mike for a short amount of time. And
you got me at the beginning and the end. Spoiler alert.
The last thing that we want is to waste our mic time with just like me blathering on about stuff that already happened. So, three of you survived in a manner of speaking, the three of you walked away from your encounter with Razak and flew to the nearby the city of Akaros, where you found the third behemoth that has been ravaging the world. But, plot twist, the behemoth was dead. The local militia told you that somebody called Solvinus, who had a gold dragon and a silver dragon, killed the beast. You entered the city itself.
Kill the beast!
You're fine. You entered the city itself and tried to make your way to the sort of head of government, the Caldera, which is where you were told that Solvinus was staying. You put in kind of a request with the local guards, and they were like, the best we can do is pass along that you want to meet with him. If he wants to meet with you, we'll give you a buzz on the sending stone. So instead, you decided to go to the local branch of the Eye of the Storm. Maybe solve that whole Helena has been zombified problem. Double plot twist inside the Eye of the Storm. Maeve was dead. Oh no. The Vintner was dead. The Vintner told you that he is after the third pyramid that was buried in the behemoth that was killed outside the city. Those things are apparently the key to unlocking the great, big, terrible thing that the Vintner has been trying to make happen. Before he could get more information out of you, or you could get more information out of him. Double plot twist, Maeve was not dead. Maeve have a backup body that she now burnt in order to survive this encounter, and then cast a sunlight spell that made the Vintner flee. You did a little bit of strategizing with Maeve. Maeve pointed out a couple of things about the whole zombie Helena thing, including the fact that if you bring a dead person back to life, there is always a risk of that going awry, and that you should get the best cleric that you can to do that spell to minimize chances of the resurrection not working, and that before you can resurrect her, you will need to destroy zombie Helena, which zombie Helena may have some amount of feelings about. We just don't know. Outside the Eye of the Storm, a creepy dude was waiting for you. The creepy dude said that you might need help in the city and gave you a business card containing the mark of the Dark Denizen, Calistoga Vance's previous divine patron. The card has an address, and when you looked up from the card, the dude was gone. Wompity womp, what happened? We don't know. You snuck back to the body of the monster, examined it, found the spot where the pyramid would have been buried. The pyramid is not there. What happened to it? We don't know yet. And just as all these things were coming to a head, and as Satus wakes up once again, you are also getting a buzz from your sending stone, letting you know that Solvinus is down to meet with you as quickly as you can get back up to the Caldera. And so we rejoin this episode of 20 to Midnight.
Oh, our table's ready.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on. Should we fly on Volt?
Whatever gets us there fastest. If that's that, then let's go.
Let's do it. Come on, buddy. Yeah. Good boy.
I also like to live in the lore that Satus goes in and out enough that when he comes back, it's not a big deal anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just like, all right, let's just go. All right, he's here.
Yeah.
No, and very much I imagine kind of a like, let's get flying first and then catch me up on what's happening on the way over there.
Right.
Good plan.
Yeah, but let's get in motion.
Yes, totally. So we catch Satus up as we fly.
Of course.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys are gonna make quite an entrance as you
Yeah.
descend on your dragon into sort of that
Yeah.
like big gate that leads to the caldera. And you will see sort of the like military commander that you first talked to sort of raise his eyebrows and go, I see where they're keeping it on the subtle side today, eh?
We don't have a mountain of available time, friend.
Right.
So,
We don't have
Yeah.
a molehill of available time. We've
yeah,
got
then
nothing.
we've got very little time.
Okay, well, very good. There's a reception going on right now to discuss the local upcoming parade in the honor of the city savior. That's over there in the Palace of Justice and sort of the reception chambers. So go on that way, talk to the local security for any additional measures, and have a good time.
Thank you.
Great, off you go.
All right. Okay.
Is this the way to see Solvinus? Is this what's happening?
Yes, that's
think
that's
so.
where
That's-
you said you wanted to meet with him. That's where he is.
Great.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All
Willing to
right.
meet with you at the reception.
What does he look like?
Oh, handsome bloke. Real handsome. You'll know him when you see him.
Oh man.
He's got this big
Oh,
golden statue with a rose
Cal.
on it.
Cal.
Big girl.
Cal.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. If I think he's hot, it means
We
he's
kill
evil.
him.
Yeah.
Looks like
the only dread.
looks like he wandered
true.
straight out of a storybook. Right, proper Prince Charming bloke.
Okay.
Fascinating.
All right. That's not really my type, so
Okay.
we should be good. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help. Okay.
Of course. Have a good day.
You too. Shall we? All right.
Yeah, let's talk about this for a moment. Let's
Oh.
Okay, let's not
Why?
talk about it for a moment. Let's go ahead, please. Of course. Off you go.
You're querying Cal Satus, dragon, zombie.
Yeah.
Plus
True.
general
Yeah.
demeanor, like you guys were just like rolling around on the side of a volcano, having a fight, and like, you know, like you. When's the last time
Yeah,
that you had like a proper like?
A while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Yeah. Should we? Okay. Helena, would you like the gloves of Jeff to look
Why?
like, but not to look like Jeff, to look like
What's the problem?
the thing is,
Yes.
you look great.
Great. Okay, let's go.
Once again, the funny
Yeah,
thing is that this
Cal.
is happening as Cal and Satus are walking faster
Right.
than Helena.
Yeah, yeah. As she's shambles.
Leading from the back is fine.
Yeah.
The Helena Hailstorm
All
story.
right. Yeah, leading from the back.
Let's go.
Okay, we're going. We're going.
Great. I'm glad we
Let's
had
just
this
go.
chat.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of want him to see our dragon, cause,
Yeah.
or maybe we don't. I don't know.
We got. I feel
Satus,
like
what do you think?
I think we're in nothing to hide territory. You know.
Yeah.
If we need to fast track anything, is the world is going to end. We got to fast track everything.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me.
So just to kind of get you guys a little bit of a sense of geography, the caldera, which is sort of the like government and elite district in the city, is kind of this like walled off area. You kind of get the sense that maybe this started off as a fort that was located in this plateau in the highest point of the city. And right now you are walking down, for Mike and for Emma, imagine kind of like the big open spaces at Lincoln Center, where it's like fountains, rows of trees, art installations, and around you you're seeing kind of this like, oh yeah, that looks like maybe like a government building. Oh yeah, that looks like maybe like the big courthouse for like real important cases. Oh yeah, that thing, that like big building up ahead made out of like carved obsidian stone is the Palace of Justice, and we're seeing several well-dressed people coming in and out of it as the sun sets behind us. And past all these things, there are a couple of what look like really nice villas. Like the kind of place where your old childhood friend Cal was living in Bas-Serenoth, sort of, like really, really sort of well-maintained private estates. And as you're having this conversation, you see Volt kind of looking around a little bit.
What do you see, buddy?
Yeah,
Do you smell anything?
He's kind of like looking around somewhat uneasily.
Is anything
What's
making you
going on?
nervous? I'll look around too, see if I can
Yeah,
sense.
roll me that perception check.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's not good. 4. It's big 4.
Wow.
You
Ooh, a
see
big
it at
four.
once.
Yeah.
There's this pine tree that must
Yeah.
really be bothering the dragon.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's always disliked pine trees.
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye out. Clearly something's afoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll stick close to him.
All right.
Thanks, Helena. And I think are we Satus and I actually a fair distance from zombie Helena? Like
Unless you tell me so, no. I'm assuming that you're traveling kind of together.
okay.
And I also assume that if you two just like sped ahead, zombie Helena might say something about it.
Yeah. No, I want to try to. Are we still telepathically connected? Probably
Oh.
not.
Probably
Has it?
that
No,
spell
it
lasts
only
a
lasts
while,
an
but
hour.
no,
Okay.
yeah, no, not
Okay.
anymore.
Because I don't think I would have told him around zombie Helena.
Yeah, the stuff that you learned from Maeve.
What Maeve told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do want to find a time to tell him
At some point.
this at some point. But might draw too much attention to separate ourselves.
Yeah, pass me a
from-
note in study hall.
Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds good.
Do you like zombie Helena? Circle yes or no.
Yeah.
You have arrived outside of the Palace of Justice and are getting, if not alarmed, at least quizzical looks from a couple of the nearby patrons, a couple of the folks that have stepped outside for a
Fair.
smoke break. Everyone is very well dressed.
Zombie and a dragon? Come on, it's Tuesday.
Come on, yeah.
Just another day in Kilmoltron.
Don't worry about
Just
it. Yeah.
another day.
Okay, I think we approach the palace.
Okay. In sort of the entrance foyer area, you are met by a full squadron of armed guards. And sort of first among equals is this dwarf with this bright sapphire armor and this red cloak. And what interesting physical quality, Helena?
It's got like 9 facial piercings.
Nice.
Whoa.
Cool.
And he'll kind of look you over and sort of go, right, Alms Days is not normally until Sunday, so if I could, we are closed for a private event today, I'm afraid.
We have an appointment.
Uh-huh.
Where's the thing,
Yes.
Cal?
What's your names?
We do.
My name is Satus and Kurtum.
Calistoga Vance, and this is my friend Helena Hailstorm.
And just to clarify, did you actually put the, quick flashback to a moment ago? Did you do Gloves of Disguise?
Ooh.
I
Oh.
don't think we did.
No, I don't think we
Okay.
did. So she looks like
She
a
looks like a zombie.
yeah.
So the guy will sort of go right, let me have a look at the... fuck me sideways and drag me to the bottom of the ocean. There you are.
Whoa.
Right.
Colorful.
Excuse
I'm
me.
definitely gonna need to do a double check on the whole, not to be indelicate, but undead situation. It is not normally something that we allow. And
It's not normally something I allow.
I can understand that, miss, but I'm just following the orders.
Uh-huh.
They only tell me which way to swing the axe. I'm just the guy that swings the axe. And speaking of
Well,
axes, I'm
disquieting.
going to need you all to deposit your weapons in one of these lockers.
Okay, sure.
That's fair. That's normal. Yeah. These fairly standard for these types of things.
Is it?
I don't know. I
Seems
just want to
normal.
seem like I know.
Roll me a quick history check.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
That is an 18.
Yeah.
I also got an
Nice.
18.
Oh, wait, just kidding. Mine's actually a non-natural 20.
Well then.
It's plus 10,
we
not plus
go.
8.
Wow.
Beth, how did you do?
Zombie Helena got an 11.
I think that even
not bad.
I think that even an 11 with Helena's memories would be plenty to sort of be like, yeah, it is fairly standard to kind of be like, even if you are a knight or sort of like a warrior, if you are going to sort of this like hoity-toity sort of high society meetup, the expectation would be that you do not go in armed to the teeth and ready to start some trouble. And there's also then kind of an expectation of there is a robust security detail here, and if anyone were to start something, it would get shut down very quickly.
So it seems
We're
like
not
a
here to
safe
start anything.
place to leave our weapons, right? Because some of our weapons are quite
Yeah.
Yeah,
valuable.
they are indeed. They are indeed.
Yeah, they would sort of, they would take you to sort of like a locker and kind of be like, you know, like they would show you, here's the arcane lock that we're putting on here. In a moment, like, you know, we will turn around so that you can set whatever combination you want to set on it so that we can't open it. You know, like, if you leave your weapons here for, like, more than 3 days, we will maybe cut into the locker just because like, we might need the space. But, like, nobody's going to touch them. They're going to be perfectly safe here. You have kind of, like, our word on it. And they will even give you a writ of insurance that is worth up to 3,000 gold, should anything happen to your weapons.
That's just a good way to do business.
Yeah, it seems like a
Yeah.
upstanding kind of place.
All right. So yeah, we'll deposit our weapons in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Helena.
Just grouchy today.
The dwarf in the
know
blue
why.
armor sort of goes like, if you would rather not, you're very welcome to wait outside. But I cannot allow
No,
anyone
no.
into the proceedings that has weapons on them.
Understood. Understood. We're not here. We're not anticipating needing them.
Okay.
So- We come in peace.
Okay.
It's new for us, but we're trying it.
Okay.
So I think Cal puts like
Yeah, I think my question is, are any shenanigans attempted? Do you try to keep like a dagger tucked up your sleeve or something like that?
I don't think so. If push comes to shove, I can do spells. Like we
Right,
can
like
knock
Satus is a
down
weapon. Satus and
the-
Cal kind of are weapons.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
We are. Yeah,
we are our weapons.
correct.
And at this point, the Helena is kind of a weapon in and of herself, even without a sword.
And then also, like, they're not going to confiscate my loot, right? Like
That's a question.
I would try to keep that
Oh, yeah.
and convince them I am but a mere bard and it is but a mere loot.
Okay.
That would be the only potential shenanigans, is try to not make it seem that this is a magical loot.
All right. Beth, does Helena try to keep anything, or do you fully deposit all your weapons?
Cal says I have to leave it. I'll leave it. Not happy.
Good job. Good job, Helena.
Sure.
Mike, roll me a acting casual performance check for when you leave this area with your totally not magical, just very fancy loot.
Sure, that's a 23.
Yeah, all right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So cool.
Very cool, very casual. You keep your loot as you sort of go back to the foyer from the side room. And the, guard with the fancy blue armor is like, all right, well, list says that you can go in, have a lovely time, I suppose.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Is Volt still with us?
Oh, that's a good question. I assumed that Volt stayed outside.
Okay, yeah, we can retcon that we left Volt outside.
Yeah,
Do you want
because
me to
that's
say
going to
the
be a
Volt?
much bigger persuasion check if you want to have Volt inside
Yeah.
this place.
Is Zombies Helena staying to guard Volt feels nice.
I want my sword back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helena with all of
Okay.
her
Yep,
equipment
Helena.
Yeah.
And like,
stays with Volt.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
reopen the
That's a
locker,
good-
you can get icebreaker.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Leaving
Look,
Helena
the-
outside. This feels familiar.
Potentially less than if we bring Helena inside.
Yes. No, I
Okay.
think you make good points.
Don't worry, guys. I'll guard him with my sword.
With my death.
with your
With my
Shut up.
unlife.
unlife. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Thanks, Helena.
Yeah. Sure.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. We'll see you in a
See you.
sec.
You enter
Alrighty.
the ballroom, where a bunch of very well-dressed fancy people are milling about. Waiters are bringing drinks and trays. A string quartet is in a corner playing pretty well, actually. They're doing a good job. And even at a glance, you sort of, you hear these people discussing that are just you catch sips of conversation that are I don't know if it's feasible with my budget for the next quarter. And, the emoluments that would be involved would be tremendous. And you're getting less looks than you would with a zombie on your side, but there's definitely a little bit of okay, and who are these two people that are covered in dust and volcanic ash and a bunch of shit that just walked in? Roll me a quick perception check, both of you.
I got an 8.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Nice.
With the 17, Mike, you see him. He is unmistakable because he is the center of attention. There is a small group of people that want to talk to this guy. And how do I describe Solvinus? So he is wearing this bright gold plate of armor with a rose emblazoned in front of it. And then take Jaime Lannister and Prince Charming from the Shrek movies. And imagine an anime version of the blend. But make him handsomer, and that's this motherfucker.
Got it.
All right.
Just blonde platinum hair, the deepest, clearest blue eyes, the square jaw, and he is just chatting to people. When suddenly he looks up and just kind of does a double take as he sees the two of you. And you see the way that he just kind of begins to excuse himself and extricate himself from the conversation as he begins to walk towards the two of you.
Cool.
Cal's
Let's see
feeling
what
a
he has to
little,
say.
just a little nervous. Just a little nervous. When a celebrity approaches you.
Of course, sure.
Yeah.
And
When a celebrity approaches you.
in just a few moments, he closes the distance, comes up to you, holds out his arms wide open, opens his mouth, and then the unthinkable happens. As this man goes, "My friends, it is so good to meet you. I am Solvinus, the knight errant, the great wanderer. I have heard so much about you. Come, we must drink of the wine and exchange tales of our great travels. Walk this way, please."
Ring Helena is having a breakdown.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, so nice to meet you. And then Satus kind of does a to
It's so
Cal.
good to meet you.
There is-
You must be the one and only Helena the Hailstorm.
To me?
Yes, to you, Cal.
Oh, no. I'm not Helena. I'm sorry. She's outside. But I'm Cal. I'm Calistoga.
What? Oh my God.
There's something so familiar about you.
I am so
I
sorry.
just-
Oh, yeah, no. Really? I'm told that I have a very particular demeanor.
You do. But you remind me of somebody I know very well.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, okay, so if you are Cal, then you must be Satus in Curtum. It's a pleasure, man.
That's me, yes. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you as well.
Go, here. Wine for you, wine for me.
Oh, thank you.
Two new friends.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
And he slams it back in like a shot, even though it is this full
Yeah.
glass of wine.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Any more commentary
like your
from Ring
style.
Helena? Just out of curiosity.
Well, obviously horror at first, like just appalling. What's going on here? How has this happened? Is he somehow trolling us, Cal particularly? Is this real? Cal, what's happening?
I don't know. But
Is it the
I-
curator? Poke him. Okay, maybe not
Um,
poke him, but just
yeah, I don't think poking him is the right thing.
okay. Sure.
But what could I say? What could I say that like only the curator would know? You know, like it would be like a code.
Or just like, who is he? How did he get the dragons? How did he defeat the thing?
Yeah.
Where is he from? What is his
We'll
deal?
talk
Okay.
and see his vibe.
Okay.
Here,
So
take a seat.
Solvinus.
Here. We can sit by the fire.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
And it will bring us
You're
more
so
of
cool.
the hors d'oeuvres.
Yep.
Mhm.
They will. So Solvinus,
Yes.
my friend.
Yes, my friend.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Um,
I was so curious when they told me
what?
that a fellow dragon rider wanted to meet with me.
So that's sort of our primary question, if you will. Where did you find your dragon?
That's a great story. So it began 25 years ago. I was but a young squire serving in the armies of Veldria at the time, when my older mentor, the great Sir Garrick Eckhart, passed away, leaving me a scroll. And for years, I didn't know what the scroll led to, until I found myself serving in the armies of the Tearsfall Citadel. It was there that I met someone, and so on and so forth. And if you do not stop him,
Yeah.
he will tell you a story that lasts for a solid hour about how this scroll led to a cave, how in the cave there was a key made of ice, how
Right.
years later he found a chest that like could be opened by the key. Inside the key were two
Solvinus,
rings.
yeah. Oh wow, this is a great story. Super great story.
It's only a
could
fourth of the way
we
through.
Just okay, could we just fast forward just a little bit?
Sure.
Just a little bit.
We're on a
to-
time crunch, sir.
Yeah. To finding the dragons and when that happened.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, so 8 years after my great quest began, having defeated the Medusa of the swamps, I recovered her great treasure, the 2 dragon eggs, what I thought were the last 2 dragon eggs in existence, one for a silver dragon and one for a gold dragon. This then led me to a great quest that led me to the place where these eggs could be hatched, an ancient Aldoran facility located underneath a volcano in the Stolen Isles. And yeah, like he just kind of like proceeds to tell you a story about how like he managed to hatch the eggs, how he raised the dragons from like tiny little wormlings, how like, you know, they have been like passionate lifelong adventurers ever since then. But the way that he tells it, he's had these dragons for like going on 15 years.
Can
Okay.
Can I do some kind of like insight check or something to see if I think he's telling the truth?
Yeah, go for it.
Or
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah. 7.
So here's the thing. It's such a weird rhythm, and he occasionally
Yeah.
mispronounces words. And it's filled,
Yeah.
like, I cannot do it at speed, but there is an almost, like, Dogberry level of malapropisms kind of just, like, thrown in here. And there is still the, like, is this a character that I created that has come to life? And all of these things are fucking with your radar, with your ability to sort of be like, is this sincere? Is he lying? Is he doing it? It seems almost painfully earnest. Like it seems like he like the overwhelming character note that I can give you in terms of this man's appearance, this man's demeanor is like golden retriever. Like he is so excited to just like vomit anecdotes about the cool things that he's done.
Cool. Could we have our dragons meet?
Absolutely. That would be incredible.
Should we do that now?
I can't do this now. I promised the Jewel Shahin that I would hang out here for at least another 4 hours until the event is over.
4. Okay, but
Okay.
maybe once the event is over, could we meet up and?
Absolutely.
and-
Where are you staying in the city?
Great question.
Yeah, we haven't secured that quite yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm staying over in the Phoenix Roost, little villa that the city has given me as a thank you for heroically saving their bacon. So, yeah, you just come on
yeah.
over
Around
there
the-
whenever, and you can meet my 2 dragons.
Yeah, can we discuss the bacon saving? And as Satus says this, he turns back into a statue because I gotta go.
Great. Or rather,
Cool.
not great.
I will
Like,
see you.
cheer,
All
but
Not-
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk to you later, Mike. We'll see you soon.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
So my friend
Yes.
here.
Oh my, what
uh,
just
he-
happened?
He's got a little bit of narcolepsy.
Well,
so
no
he-
worries. We can take him to one
Yeah.
of the resting pods that we have here for this event. And he will pick
Oh.
pick up Satus and
Yeah.
gingerly walk him over to sort of these divans that are set up in the other room. Put a little blanket over him and just sort of go waiter, bring some healthy snacks and let up a tray next to this divan so that in case my new friend wakes up feeling hungry, he'll have something right there waiting for him.
And
That's great, isn't it? Cal,
yeah.
where do you think the dragons are now? Maybe we should go find them ourselves.
maybe. Well, if he said that he's staying at the Phoenix Roost, or is that
Yeah.
what he said? Something, the Phoenix Roost. We could go check it out.
But wait, you must tell me the story of how you got your dragon and also everything that you've been doing.
Oh man, would I love to do
Great,
that?
you
but
can
maybe-
do it then. More wine.
Maybe. Oh, thank you. Maybe.
Here you go. And I hear that it's a
we
bad
can-
tradition in Kelmoltron to not drink wine when it is handed to you. So let's not offend our hosts. Cheers.
All right. Well, cheers. Yeah.
Clink.
Okay. Clink.
Maybe
And-
you should ask him about killing that thing.
Yeah. So before my friend fell asleep,
Yeah.
he was asking you about.
Oh, bacon. I've got this great recipe for a sandwich.
Sure.
So
yeah.
what you take is
Great.
you get 2 pieces of bread, and then you.
Yeah, and some lettuce and
That's
and
right, that's
tomato
right.
and yeah. Okay.
I can tell that our
know
brains
one.
work in a very similar way, Miss Vance.
They sure can. I feel oddly connected to you. So, just the metaphorical bacon of that big
Way less
beast
delicious
that you
than real
killed.
bacon.
Sure, totally. Can you just tell me in the short version
Sure.
how you killed it and how that went and the aftermath and if you found anything
Oh, totally.
you know,
Totally.
about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, there we were. Shard and Sunspray. These are my 2 dragons. So Shard and
Shard and
Sunspray. I
Sunspray.
was riding them through the air when suddenly we heard a scream. Then we descended and found 3 bandits assaulting a caravan. And we
hate that.
we do not stand by that. So we made short work of those bandits. So
Have you ever heard of the bandit guy that we beat in
Oh wow.
you're gonna need to. I have that
A
somewhere.
far
but
cry.
yeah
that's
imagine
like
that
2
I
notebooks
remember
ago.
I know
Who's
imagine that I
clown?
remember the name.
He sounds
Yeah.
unremarkable.
Yeah, he was he's supposedly pretty famous, but
Must be in
but
pretty
we
small
made,
circles.
Yeah, we made short work of him.
Thank
Anyway,
you,
carry
thank you,
on.
chat. Deadeye Baron is
Yeah.
who we were looking for.
That is impressive.
Yes.
Oh man,
Very
Deadeye
good.
Baron. I was thinking about the guy
in Amar?
Amar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like the-
but Deadeye Baron is we also beat him.
yes, very much.
that was like
so.
the first guy that we. That was like the first guy that we.
Impressive.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you, chat.
Yeah.
Okay, but Cal realizes that she's distracted him from his already too long story. And she says, but anyway, you were saying.
Yes, okay, so I ended up talking to this caravan, and it was a caravan of 5. So there was Julius, who was the father. And then there was
Great.
Marinus, his top son. I mean, his eldest son, but you know what I mean.
His top son.
Yeah. Then there was Lucretia, his wife. And it was interesting. They had a whole fancy dynamic going on because you're starting to get a sinking feeling in your stomach that this is going to take a while, Cal.
Yep.
Oh. I want to hit this guy. It's so frustrating.
Yep. Okay, so great. Family sounds great. How did you find the monster?
Well, so eventually they took me to the nearest city, which was the city of Aeros, the sister city to Sentinel City of Acheros. And so we have to spend some time there. But before they could leave, they had to settle this whole debt that they had with a loan shark. And so, okay, that's going to take me a second to explain.
Who hasn't been there?
Okay,
no, you know what? Let's come back to that.
Oh, it's really important context.
I'm sure it is.
The story's not going to feel as thematically relevant as it would if you didn't know about our earlier adventures with the loan shark.
Sure. Okay. But can you just let's skip past the loan shark and then we'll get back to it maybe tonight when we meet up.
Fair.
And,
okay, so then we can just go to the troll cave that we went to after we left the city.
Yeah. Sure. Which is where you
something to him.
I'm not gonna do anything to him.
No.
What am I supposed to do?
I don't know.
I literally can't do much right now except
do more than I can do.
So you hear about the troll cave, and then you hear about the Coven of Witches, and then you hear about the purple worms, and that was a whole thing. All of which, leads up to him tearfully bidding farewell to the caravan as they decided to sort of head up towards the Black Crown. And 2 hours later, hearing the sounds of battle and discovering this monster besieging the city and swooping down, because, when you see a big monster, you try to kill it and stop it. And that's exactly what he did. And so he killed the monster and he saved the city. And then it'll be a pause and go, maybe those things were not as connected as they were at first. But, when you live it, you feel that it's all just so interwoven. You know how it is.
Yeah, sure.
Did he find an object on the monster? Did he find...
Do you want more wine? Why don't we get more wine?
I'm good. I've still got this cup.
Well, I'm going to go get more wine, and I'll be right back.
Okay, but just real quick.
He's gone.
Oh, Helena.
Yes?
One of my greatest challenges right now that I have faced.
I know that Helena feels nothing but empathy right now.
Yeah. So, okay. We'll see. I don't think he's gonna tell us that he found anything, if he found anything. What do you think? Is this him? Is this the curator controlling this guy? It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. Kind of
He's very charming.
What
if
are
a
you
bit
talking
long-winded.
This is a literal nightmare that has been created to torment you. How can you find it charming?
I don't know. There's something. If he's evil, then I'll be very disappointed. Is all I'm saying, because I think he's very sweet, but very long-winded. But anyway, I think I gotta get out of here soon. If he doesn't come back right back, we'll see. Can I see if he's
you poke your head around like a column, and he is fully in conversation with one of the emoluments guys.
Great. Awesome. Okay, what do you think? Should I try to talk to him more, or should I just get out of here while the getting's good, and we'll find him later, maybe?
For more of this absolute nonsense.
Yes, but nonsense or not, we might need him.
Maybe
or we might need to kill him.
maybe we can get to the dragons without him. Or maybe we can lure him outside to see our dragon and bob him on the head or threaten him or make him in some way.
You are very quick to violence with this guy.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
What could be
think we're
causing
short.
Helena to want to inflict violence upon this
Yeah.
man who is your friend?
Yeah. Okay. So, let's maybe I'll go say goodbye, and then I'll see him later. Okay. All right. And do we think it's okay to leave Satus here? He's probably as safe as can be, or should we take
say-
him with
When
us?
you say we, it would be you at this point.
It would be me. I would have to
Well,
carry him.
Initially.
Yeah. I would have to get him out of here.
It would
So-
not be hard to recruit some of the security forces to help
Okay.
you
Okay.
take him outside.
Okay.
Like take
Then
that
maybe-
for granted. That will not be a problem.
Then maybe we'll do that. And maybe head down to this Phoenix Roost and see if we can. Did he say it was a villa?
Yeah.
It's not like an inn
No.
where we could get a room. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's okay. So I'm gonna go up to Solvinus, just kinda like tap him on the shoulder.
Ah, my
Say-
friend!
Oh, yeah, my friend, so sorry. I have to
Have you
run.
met Treasurer Gran? Treasurer Gran,
No.
this is Calistoga Vance.
Hi.
Please.
I'm Cal. Nice to meet you.
And this
I'm
man
so sorry,
who is
but
talking
I've
to him
got
will sort of be like, charmed. It's a pleasure.
Yes, very nice to meet you.
Treasurer Grant, Cal was just about to tell us the amazing story of how she acquired her very own dragon. And the guy will go like,
You know-
was she?
Yeah, and I will tell you that story.
Tremendous!
But
I'm ready for it to start right now.
Not right now.
What?
Solvinus.
But this is a great time.
I'm sorry, I have to go. It's an emergency.
Oh, do you need
but
help?
I will. I could use some help carrying Satus back outside.
Oh, sure.
But you don't need to help me with that. You're
Although
busy.
he could come out, we could thump him on the head, kidnap him, get our dragons back,
You know, Beth,
and move on.
I think
Come on.
I think that the security guarantee of this party extends to things that happen 100 feet outside of the venue. I don't think that the security forces are gonna go like, oh, look at that. Well, it's a real shame that it's happening outside because
Okay, well, we could do it subtly. We could find a way of being subtle.
Helena,
Yes.
as much maybe if you were here in
Cal, is
your
everything all
old
right?
form-
You are suddenly staring off into the distance, almost like you're having an internal conversation.
I'm sorry, the wheels are turning. But anyway, I'll grab somebody to help me with Satus, and we'll talk later. We'll meet you at the Phoenix Roost.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay.
And if not, I'll find
thanks.
you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Great to meet you, my friend. Okay. And then I think Cal will extricate herself and find a security
Yeah.
team member who looks
As
strong.
Cal's doing that, let's rejoin zombie Helena outside.
Yeah.
How have you spent the time out here, Helena?
Well, sort of looking around, have a bit of a chat with Volt, see how that's going. Keeping guard.
Great. There's this moment when Volt, who has kind of been like uneasy, but is sort of like laid down on the ground, suddenly like goes like completely alert and looks around.
Okay.
And you see him take like 3 sniffs of the air, just like. And then his brows will sort of furrow into a face of concentration.
What
And then
is
he'll
it,
fly off.
Oh, wow. Volt? Volt, come back. How far is he flying?
Far, I mean, he's now 50 feet off the ground.
Volt, will you please get down here? I have to look after you.
He's going further up into the sky.
I'm not going to throw something at him that will hurt him. So I guess screaming is the only option. Can I see what is bothering him?
Roll me a perception check.
I get a 15 minus 1 for 14.
You know, so like you're high enough up and like this is a place where clouds are enough low that there is sort of, just kind of like obscured by this point night sky around you. And you just like quickly lose the ability to see him as he seemed to be flying towards some of the fancier settlements in the area.
Okay, he's flying towards the fancy pants. Okay.
Typical
Okay.
Bolt.
Yeah.
Likes the life of luxury, our boy.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Volt.
And as you scream Volt, Cal emerges from the party with Satus carried by 2 members of the local militia.
Helena?
Yep.
Where's Volt?
That way. So I know what you're thinking. But like he just took off.
It's okay. It's
Yep.
okay.
Okay.
Helena, it's okay. Volt! Volt!
There's some crickets
No.
around you in
Ugh.
reply.
He went that way,
One of the
you
men
said?
with cigars approaches and is like, is there a problem? Something that you need help with?
No, we're fine. We're fine. Thank
Well,
you
then-
very much. And I'll say,
In that case, please keep your voices down. You're alarming the members of the party.
no, sorry. Sorry about that.
He'll sort of waft off.
Okay. And I will say, thank you to the members of the security team
Yeah,
that
anytime.
carried Satus.
This has been
Helena,
more interesting than these parties normally are.
yeah, I we tend to be the life of the party.
Uh-huh.
Thank you so much for your hospitality
Sure.
and your help. Helena, could
Yeah.
you take Satus? Could you
Oh, sure.
get... Yeah.
All right. Well, have a pleasant rest of your evening.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Unless you want to come, save the world with us.
I think we're fine, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good night
All right.
now.
Open invitation. Open invitation.
Because I'm a zombie. Already wiped him off.
Yeah.
And they move off.
Okay. All right. Let's I guess let's go
After
find
Volt.
Volt.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
One
as fast-
moment. What are we telling zombie Helena? About what she
About
missed?
what?
Yeah, Solvinus, what's the
Oh,
deal?
I'll tell you as we go.
Okay.
I think you really would have hated this guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He sounded just like Jeff.
That's weird.
It was weird. Yeah, it was like Jeff came to life in the form of like Prince Charming
Huh.
meets like a really tough knight, but he
Okay.
was like a little dumb.
A little
but
what?
dumb?
Right.
Yeah. And he kind of goes on and on and on and so it took, we were in there for what?
2 hours.
However long. We were in there for 2 hours. He told us one story, and Cal will relate
But Cal, why do you think he sounds like Jeff?
I don't know.
Okay.
Coincidence?
Seems weird to me.
It was a little weird. It was a little uncanny, I have to admit.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. Maybe I met this guy before, and that's where I got inspired.
Yeah,
by
quick
Jeff?
intelligence
Jeff
check.
off this
Quick
guy?
intelligence check,
Yeah.
Cal.
Okay,
That would be quite something,
just
wouldn't it?
straight intelligence. Okay, that'll be 14.
Yeah, with that, you're like, you run that through your like internal memory sensor, and you're like, if I met this dude and I didn't remember him,
Yeah.
I would have been on so many substances that
So many
nothing would have
substances.
remained like subconsciously in me to serve as the basis for
Right.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Like, holy smokes.
And
Yeah.
even
And
given
I
your
mean-
time on Contraband Hill,
Yeah.
maybe that would
Exactly.
not do it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, I never went that crazy on
Mhm.
Contraband Hill, and I don't,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't see this guy coming to Basaranath.
Quick insight
no
check, both of
reason.
you.
Eight.
Zombie Helena gets a 16.
Zombie Helena, ever the insightful creature.
She is.
So this may already be in your brains, but just to make sure to underline it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The claim that he has been like wandering the world having adventures with dragons for like over a decade is
Like a long time.
patently ludicrous. Like it is
Right.
just like maybe if he had been like, we were stranded on an island and we only got off it a few months ago, you might be like, well, maybe that's how like the story hasn't gotten out. But no, like you have seen the reaction that like you have gotten from people like seeing your dragons, and it has been sort of,
Yeah.
like such a big deal on so many occasions that like that's the part of it that is like that for sure hasn't happened. And like maybe he's lying,
Yeah.
or maybe he believes that and something put fake memories in his head. But like that
Right.
part of it for sure is bogus.
Yeah.
This is kind of where Ringhorn is at. Like,
Yeah.
either he's lying or he's being mind controlled. But
Yeah.
those dragons are our dragons, unless there are just
Yeah.
dragons everywhere now.
Yeah.
Which
No.
Hopefully, we'll
Plot
not be
you are-
that
twist.
right.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I know. Yeah, no, it's too suspicious. It's too weird. He's definitely either being mind controlled or it's the curator or somebody who knows who Jeff is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're a bit sad about this, Cal, right?
Yeah, I am.
I'm sorry about that.
Let's explore our feelings about this for a moment.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought, I've just been feeling a little, not lost, but you're in a different state. Satus sleeps half the time. I
It's a lot
just
of work.
would really like. It's a lot of work, and I could really use another friend. And I was hoping maybe it could be him, but I don't think so.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just a situation. Okay.
No, it's extremely relatable and patently
Yeah.
absurd.
Yeah.
Just to not
Okay.
let this door go untapped on, was there at all a blip on the he is hot-o-meter?
Should I roll for that?
No, I think that you would know.
No. I think he is
He's
not
so not
Cal's
type,
type.
not the type,
Like
yeah.
like he is objectively hot, but it's just not her thing. Like he's too, good boy.
Totally.
And but I
think that
there
Cal
was
also likes
like
them to have at least 2 layers.
yeah, at least two. not just the surface. But I do think she found him charming,
Sure.
as she said, and like
Oh yeah, like this is very clearly
Yeah.
someone that both because of his physical beauty and just kind of like the presence that he has is a like dead natural 20 in charisma. And so like there is
right,
something kind
totally.
of just like brute force appealing about being around him.
yeah.
But not necessarily someone that
Yeah.
would that Cal would find attractive. The way that like
No.
the dark,
The
troubled
Rakshasa.
anti-hero cop chasing criminals to the end of the world was a little bit more her cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah, and before he became too evil, the trickster god,
Sure.
curator
Yeah.
god, so, but yes, so that's what I would say.
I do understand where you're coming from, Cal. I do
Yeah.
empathize. I know things
Yeah.
have been pretty rough.
Yeah, it's been tough, and I just think we could use more allies. And I was just really hoping that maybe somehow he'd be above board,
I get that.
but something's going on with him, whether he knows it or not. So anyway,
We'll look out for more allies. For the moment, let's try not to lose some of the ones we've got. Let's go get Volt back.
yes, let's go see what he's on about.
Yeah.
All right. I think that is a perfect place for us to take our first break for today.
Yes.
So let's hang out for.
I appreciate chat saying that he's not red flaggy enough for Cal. That's
Not quite.
not
Right.
quite. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's a real sweet spot with Cal where like there
yeah,
have to
there
be
is.
like 3 red flags, but the moment that
Yeah,
there's like
not-
6, it's like no, too many red flags
Too
now.
many. Yeah.
Funny, I'm seeing nothing but red flags.
Yeah.
You do you.
All right, folks, we're going to be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned and let's see where the rest of the evening takes us. So we'll be right back.